Welcome on board C'est La Vie. We'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors for this video, West Marine, Shaka Kai, and Costa Sunglasses. Let's see what's out there.
On our last episode, our time in Panama has come to a close. We have officially checked out, left the river, got our last little bit of beach time in, and we are sailing across the Pacific Ocean with our two dogs and our best friends. Join us now. This is day 2, and here we go.
Last night was rough, I think, for everybody on the boat. I think max sleep hours might have been 3. Zeke just had a super tough night for some reason. I think I gave him a gabapentin, which is a pain med, but I think he was fighting it because of the waves, and he was just not having it. We threw the jib up. We'll probably end up throwing the main up here in a little bit, kind of waiting for one of the guys to wake up to do that. It's gonna be full of water, super heavy. Laurent's awake. Time to use the man muscles. Just started for my day shift and we had the full rig up. Good catch, but we lost the wind. We have 1 knot. Our apparent wind speed is 1 knot, 1.6 knots, and you'll see that little red arrow start to do circles. And when it does that, it means we don't have a consistent wind direction and we don't have enough wind to keep our sails full. Our sails start luffing, and when our sails start luffing, we have to drop them because we don't want to damage our sails. We have a 30-day crossing and our sails are what's going to take us to French Polynesia, so we want to baby them. Come on, wind. Can you do a wind dance for us, Laurent? Come on, do a wind dance. That's a good one. All right, we'll have 10 knots in no time. Oh, and update on Zeke. He's sleeping. Good night, Zeke. Laurent had taken over for his shift and was about to do his little diary entry on here, and we realized that we just sailed past a time zone. So
it says 11 on here, and on my phone it says 12.
Yeah, there we go. Crazy. So we don't know what time it is. Either I get an hour less or Laurent gets an hour less, or maybe we'd just go through the night and then the Steb gets an hour less. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll discuss it. We'll talk amongst ourselves. But yeah, we don't know if it's 11 or 12. This is going to be interesting as we sail across too, because the time's going to be constantly changing. We are so thankful for these calm conditions and understand that not every day is going to be like this, so we take the opportunity to get our workout in and move our bodies.
Little Pacific swim.
I mean, how many opportunities do you have to get dragged behind a boat like a lure across the Pacific Ocean? I had to take advantage. Finn was a little unsure as to what I was doing and was a little concerned.
We just found a log with Big Booby on it.
Laurent's geared up, Steph's geared up.
There's something on it.
There is something on it.
What is that?
Oh, there's some groupers on it.
Triple tail.
Some triple tail groupers.
We have the benefit of having 3 amazing professional photographers on board. Laurent is just incredible when it comes to the drone. He flies it in all conditions. Jenna is a competitive freediver and professional photographer and freedive instructor who lives in Hawaii. She took this amazing photo of the bull mahi on the log that we saw.
It's amazing having fellow photographers on board because it takes the pressure off me to record this awesome moment of crossing the Pacific, and I can focus more on the mechanical side of things and making sure that the boat is running in tip-top shape.
That was so much fun. There's thousands of little triggerfish and bait fish, and we saw a nice mahi, 3 wahoo, like so epic. Steb almost got a shot on his first wahoo. It would have been so sick. So close. So close.
What's happening?
Just finished a little O2 tables with my boy Laurent.
Nice.
We're about to throw down on these
Tuna sashimi. We
tuna
got
sashimi
our
with
third sail up.
by your boy Cole.
We're gonna do some tuna steaks on the grill, and Zeke's getting drugs.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, jeez. All right, now this feels good. Getting the grill started.
Yeah,
Engines are off.
Proper sailing.
We're sailing. It's sunset. It's time for the dogs to go potty. Let's go potty, Phil. Come on. What's that? It's just right over there. Taking the dogs for a walk?
Yep.
Finn.
Our evening potties. Go poopy poopy. Wow, look at that, huh?
Little did we know, this was the calm before the storm.
It's not gonna get more scenic than this, guys. Good boy, Finn. Make
Yeah.
sure it's fanned nicely.
So our autopilot is working. We're stoked. Cole put a fan in there to keep her nice and cool. Zeke had a pretty rough night, so I gave him his drugs early, and then they seem to be working well. 3 to 6 a.m. How'd that work for you last night?
I didn't sleep well until right before my shift for like an hour, so I was a little grumpy.
You wake up with like grumpy cat look on your face.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to have coffee or what. I think I'm gonna go for coffee this time.
Yeah.
Try to get some sleep. I had a nice long nap today, so.
Good.
And the boat's working, so we had the autopilot last night. That also was weighing on my mind heavy, so.
Yeah. Yeah, first night crossing, lots on our mind. I don't think I actually got any sleep until your shift. If people can't sleep tonight, then there's something wrong with us. Hi, little bird friend. Are you pooping on our boat? You're beautiful. You're very cool looking.
Pretty eventful night. We had all kinds of stuff going on. Stars were out. I had a moon rising. Dolphins came out to feed. Even caught a flying fish on the deck. Almost went in and joined Steph and Cole.
So you can see like the constellations.
Like the Milky Way, you could
like,
see.
everything.
Yeah.
Like it was like I was telling Laurent, I'm like, oh my gosh, it was insane. Laurent goes down, and I'm up here, and there was a bird. Kind of like I'm like, oh look at that bird. It's kind of like landing in the water and then kind of like surfing around us, like really freaking close. He's like, oh yeah, it's been around, whatever. He goes down. I'm sitting there and I'm like, bro, I'm hearing things. Something is happening out in the water that's going on. We had the lights on, the bottom lights on. And so I'm like, what? I go in, I grab the spotlight, and I start shooting out, and there's dolphin all around the boat. They're all feeding. You can see the...
Spinners?
They weren't spinning, so I don't know. They were with me probably 2 hours.
Wow.
Like, they were there the whole freaking night. And then I was chilling, and the fucking moon starts rising. It's like a crescent moon rising out behind me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is the best. And then, like, 15 minutes before my shift ends, I start hearing some like flopping around. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I grab my phone, I start recording, and there's a flying fish. I swear it almost jumped into your guys' I swear, I was like, oh shit, before I could catch it, and then it just went overboard. I was like, what the fuck?
That would have been so funny.
I thought for sure it was gonna end up in your guys' room.
Oh my gosh.
Which made me worried for like when I'm sleeping at night. Like I won't be surprised if all of a sudden something stops. I'll be like, oh yeah, flying fish, gotcha.
Starboard side at the back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
On the sugar scoop.
Okay.
Ew. Luckily it didn't get him.
Sure. All right.
It was definitely like.
Where the sink was clogged and backfilling, and it was pretty gnarly, so Cole had to jump in. We are under sail right now, so that's sketchy because I can't use the engines to keep us into the wind because we don't want to have any speed, and if the sail caught wind, I would just sail away and Cole would be like dangling from the boat. But
Oh no, with all this wind.
listen, we gotta make it dramatic. But luckily, he did it! You're our hero! We have the full rig up. We're able to keep the wind in our sails. We actually have 10 knots of wind right now, but it's at like 45 degrees. So we're barely keeping wind in the sail, but we are keeping them full. And we're traveling about 4 to 5 knots. And hopefully we'll get down south, be able to pick up some wind, and then tack and cruise over to Galapagos. But great day, no complaints. Crew's happy. We got my workout in. We did Jenna made some bread. Laurent made some potato pancakes, and now we're about to watch the Heat game, so all's good. The storm
We're about to watch the
in the middle of the Pacific.
This will be the, what's that, third night shift going now. Everything is going good. Weather seems to be cooperating. I made myself green tea. We got the jib out and the mainsail. So everything seems good. Oh yeah, and we just watched the Heat lose the final game, so they're officially not the winners.
Good morning, day 4. It's been an interesting night. We had some squalls, 15 to 16 knots directly in our face. We have swell directly in our face. So we've actually made a little bit of a shift even more east. So we're headed south to try to pick up the winds. We have some wind, but not enough wind to actually sail over to Galapagos because it's in the wrong direction. So we're gonna go a little bit more east towards Ecuador, which means we're taking the waves more at an angle, so it's a bit more comfortable because they're like probably 3 to 4s today, like the bigger ones. And just trying to catch a little wind in the sail. And we have one engine on, and it's just balancing between the engine, the sails, the autopilot, keep working, and the angle with the waves. So it's kind of a balancing act right now. But the boys, what are you doing?
fuel.
Fuel.
I calculated it. So we're going 4.2 knots per hour, burning 34 gallons in 270 miles. So we're averaging 7.9 miles to the gallon, 0.57 gallons an hour.
2.5 degrees north, and we were gonna wait until we got to 2 degrees north in order to tack, but the wind keeps shifting south, 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 south. So we have the wind to tack. So there's storms building around us, the wind's directly in our face, the swell's in our face, currents in our face. So we're just gonna go ahead and tack early. I don't know if it's gonna pay off or not. We're not gonna know until we do it, so let's send it.
I'll sail for a bit and we'll get it dialed in.
Yeah.
Autopilot break. It's a good time to sail for everyone to practice.
We're 18 to 20 knots. You hear that? We're safe. Alright, day 4, recap. Just started my shift. We're motor sailing. We're finally going about 6 knots, which is nice. And we're just going to try to sneak more south all through the night. Try to get south, 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 and try to get closer to the Galapagos, and hope that we made the right call in tacking early. So fingers crossed we made the right call. Zeke has gone potty, but Finn did not go potty the entire day, so he's not gone potty since last night, like yesterday evening at sunset. So it's been a solid 24 hours, and now he's gonna go all through the night, so that's a bit stressful.
We're having a little rough patch, but still safe, still good. Right now we are heading south. Around 4 knots.
Day 5, good morning. Just started my morning shift, and oof, we had a rough day yesterday, rough night last night, rough morning this morning. Just uncalled for conditions. We have sustained 20 knots of wind still. This morning it was 23. This morning the seas were like 6 to 8 feet. They're starting to lay down a little bit, but what's frustrating is that they're just confused. We don't have like swell with a big period. We have swell with a short period with wind chop, and it's just making this ride quite unenjoyable. Is unenjoyable a word? Yes. Unenjoyable for everyone. Poor Finn hasn't gone potty in 38 hours. Zeke hasn't gone potty this morning because it's just hazardous to even walk up to the trampoline. We took waves over the bow, so we got water in almost every single cabin through the hatches. Jenna's entire closet is soaked, so all of her clothes are salty and crusty, and we're about to vomit. So we have 356 miles to go to Galapagos, and hopefully our next update will be more sunshine, less waves, and more smiles. What's happening, Cole?
There's dolphins.
So it's a massive pod of dolphins and they're charging us right now. They're coming straight towards the boat and they keep jumping. It looks like they have pink on their belly. It's crazy. Did you have an enema? Do a drive by and there's point to the poop pool.
Trying to take me out.
Another reason why it's good to
I
have
swear they're doing it on purpose, man. They're lining up right in front of the boat and then like watching it drop.
Yeah, and then we had a flying fish hit up there. All right. Thank you to my vet friends who have all been reaching out who are concerned about Finn. We are also extremely concerned about Finn. It's been 42 hours now and he hasn't gone to the bathroom. So we're doing a full team mission to try to get Finn to go potty. It's still about 8-foot seas out here, not letting up anytime soon. We're going on all day yesterday, all night, all day today, still nothing going on. So we're gonna drop the mainsail, drop the full rig, and we're all gonna go up front besides Cole, who's gonna be driving the boat, and we're gonna just stay up on the trampoline until Finn will go potty.
Ready?
Hi, Finn. Good boy.
Good boy, Finn. Let's go potty. Look, Diggy went right here. Diggy went right there. Go potty. You're such a good boy.
You got it.
Go potty, Bubba.
You didn't get the pee?
No.
Damn.
He turned it. I took the camera. He handed me the camera. It was off.
You missed the moment.
Well, he went pee. Long story short. Now the question is, do we want to tack and go further south?
I don't. I know 100% I do not want to do that. I want to head west and try to get out of this shit. If we go south, we're going from green into yellow. It's gonna get worse. We can look at the weather and get together and take a boat if you'd like. Fish on!
The magical words.
Work. Still go really fast.
Yay, fish!
Should he tighten that drag?
Jeez, giant Skippy.
Oh wow. Dog proof. Skippy.
Okay, we're clear.
That's a stunning fish. Just don't fall over when you hold it up. You can hold it up. We'll spray it off with the salt water.
You want
Day 5 night shift just started and the conditions finally started to calm down. It's 13 to 15 knots right now, about 3 to 4 foot seas. And I think tonight might be the night that I actually get some sleep. So really looking forward to it. Feeling good. Zeke's behind me, passed out. Finn's in bed with Cole, and hopefully it's an uneventful night. Good morning, day 6. And we're still rocking and rolling, still 20 knots of wind. Throughout the night it was pretty gnarly, but it started to lay down a little bit this morning. It's still just challenging, like it's too rough to cook. We're running out of water to do dishes with, so we're doing dishes off the back with salt water. Seb's been amazing with that. Laurent just cleaned up inside a bit, which has been amazing, and just kind of tired of the rocking and rolling, but we're getting there. We're 235 miles away. Haven't broken anything yet. We just have one line. Our jib sheet on our starboard side is fraying, so we have to be really mindful to keep the line in the sheet. Other than that, everything seems to be in pretty good form. So.
Oh shit. What do you want to do? What can we do? What are our options here?
It's not good. We lost the rudder.
You want JB Weld?
Yeah. And then in the tool closet, there's going to be a bunch of those small, on the middle shelf, all the way to the right, there's going to be a bunch of things. There should be a little packet of JB Weld.
Our rudder arm broke, so we just had it re-welded in Panama at Shelter Bay. and had both of the arms rewelded. We thought we were good to go. The guy was super confident in it, and this one just broke all the way through, like completely broke. So Cole's in there with some JB weld, gonna try to fix it. Thanks West Marine for the JB weld, and hopefully that holds. The problem is we can't get a new part. Like getting a new part to the Galapagos would probably take a month. So we have to figure out how we can make it hold. Hopefully there's a welder in Galapagos. We've had consistent 20 to 25 knot winds, 3 knots of current, and 6 to 8 foot seas, and it just gave away. Like that's an old piece that we had looked at, had welded, and had fixed on one side of it, and the rest of it gave away. So it's not something that we can get to French Polynesia with if we don't have. So that would end our trip here.
Sorry, gang. This was a repair job I was in charge of.
And so the guy just didn't do a proper job, or it looks like a freaking shot.
It should have just been remade. We had time crunch. We had canal dates.
Kieran said he's positive that there's welders around. He said there's so many fishing boats.
To figure it out and to hold it straight, I'm gonna need to have this put on it to have someone hold the rudder, or else the rudder's just moving freely, and anything I put on just ain't shift. So, at least if we're motoring in somewhere, so I can
Clear it in.
keep this one under control, or when we reverse or anything like that, the rudder's not gonna go backwards.
Yeah, more flying fish.
That one's a good bait.
Should we string them up or what?
Our starboard rudder arm just completely broke all the way through. And we're going, and Cole's checking on our port side rudder arm, and that seems like it's about to break too. So we've been having really rough conditions. We've all been feeling it, but staying positive, but the boat has been taking a beating.
Flathead, please.
So now Cole needs a big flathead. Steph's gonna get it for him.
The yellow one. No, that's a chisel. No, the screwdriver's right there.
Hold on, slow down. It's fine. It looks like kind of yellowy.
All the screwdrivers are sticking out
It's
together.
like yellowy glowy.
The biggest yellow
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's it.
You just bring that toolkit over here. Gotcha.
Anyway, so now he's trying to fix it. We handle stress differently.